What is up, everyone? This is Vishak here, and we are getting into the body type. So this is second segment of this course, and we're getting down to the nitty gritty of um, the body type segment. And just want you to get this one thing right. Like if you see the entire course, I mean, I'm not going beyond anything. Like it's not flashy and fancy. All right. It's just the basics. But the thing is, like, what I have seen is, like, including myself, that I have done the mistake that I have done is not sticking with the basics and just trying to use a lot of brain and trying to be intellectual and and that's what messes up the whole thing. I mean, if you're in your 20s, obviously that's fine, but once you hit your 30s, once you have like responsibilities like that, the way you look, the way you dress, the way you carry yourself, it's like a direct reflection of your mind. And if you're not really paying attention to it, I mean, to me, that's exactly what I was doing. Like, I was not really paying attention to what I was doing, and I was like, it's okay for me, action matters, and whatever the impact that I make, that's more important. But then it's not just for the world. Also, sometimes when you really wear the good attire, and you just don't have to go anywhere, you don't have to meet anybody, like, just feeling good itself is like going to take a long way. Okay, so I'm going to hit every single aspect, and I don't want to leave out anything. And this particular course alone, apart from the research, just the preparation, it took about 3 weeks. All right, just the preparation and the recording took about 3 weeks. So I put in so much of things, and research, of course, it took like more than 2 to 3 years. Okay, so yeah, I mean, like, I want you to implement this and not just watch the video, right? And this video, let's get down to the body type. So I just want to include a little bit of the fitness element over here, because the way that you look, I mean, the way your body type is, it's going to matter a lot, all right, when it comes to picking your clothes. So let's go ahead. The body type. So as you can see, there are like three types of body, and there are like, so there's endomorph, ectomorph, and mesomorph. So that's the three types. So I don't want to get into the science, but all you need to understand is, like, if you're on the skinny side, then you need to dress like accordingly. Okay, that's the problem. This is something that has been like hugely neglected when it comes to the fashion industry. Not the fashion industry as such, but most clothes that you just go out and buy, it is like a neutral thing. It's neutral, and they put a size. So if you see, like, there's a person over here, or there's a person over here, shoulders or the chest could be like pretty much same from here to here, or from, you know what I'm trying to say, right? So in, like, that's, so if you see, the chest is like, you cannot really bring up the chest like from here to this. So the okay, so you cannot bring the chest from the thin person to the fatter person. Okay, but the waist can definitely be shredded for this person. If you just shred the waist, the weight is going to be not like this, but at least like this. But still, the chest part is like a little heavy. And people, like, most people, like, when they stitch the clothes, they don't see this, because they're not aware of this. Okay, so endomorph, mesomorph, and ectomorph. And when you are stitching your when you're taking your shirts, especially the formal shirts I'm talking about, you don't want to just go to a shop and just take it. Just purchase it. Okay, take the cloth, take your favorite cloth, I mean, favorite color, favorite cloth, whatever. Get a tailor. I have mentioned this in other videos. Get yourself a tailor, and don't keep changing your tailors. Okay, and you tell what's your style, what's your fashion, tell it the person, and make sure that he keeps up with you and your body. All right, so if you are a thin person, like, obviously you don't want to just wear a shirt or something like that. So whatever I'm telling you over here, it's like, how can you dress accordingly, so that you're not looking too fat or too thin, or medium. Okay, so first one is for the thin people. Like, when you're wearing like, you don't want to be wearing a blazer just like on top of a shirt, just like that. You wear a shirt and then you wear a blazer, it's obviously not going to look good. All right, so what you want to do is, like, even if you're not wearing a blazer, if you're just wearing a shirt, and it just looks like it's just on like, it's going to look very thin. Okay, so like I mentioned in several other videos, you want to look more capable. So for you to have that little bit of meat, I want you to eat a lot and start hitting the gym and put on some muscle. That's what I would say. um but until you get to that point, I want you to, wear this. Like, first wear the inner vest, which is pretty much tight, that sticks with the body, and then wear a plain tight t-shirt that's like no pocket, no collar, no heavy on the arms. Like, there's nothing heavy like stitching or whatever. Just keep it plain. um and on top of that, you want to wear your actual shirt. But the thing is, like, again, you need to see the contrast, because you don't want to wear a black t-shirt and then you don't want to wear a white shirt. That'll dull the white. Or you don't want to wear like the white vest, not the vest, I mean the white t-shirt, and then you want to wear a black. That'll actually brighten the black, which you don't want it. Okay, that's like you're increasing the contrast, depending on the cloth. So wear one or two layers first, like the inner vest, and the second layer is this, and then you can wear your actual shirt. But the only problem is, like, you need to just take a look at the weather, because you don't want to be like going into a hot sun wearing all of this, and then you'll be like sweating bullets. So you don't want that. Okay, and just the way it is, that's for the shirt. And always wear a thick boxer. So obviously you're not going to be having a lot of meat on the legs, and for that you want to wear a thick boxer. Okay, if you wear a thick boxer, and then if you are going to pant on top of that, then it's going to be so much like you've got a little bit of meat on your, it looks like it's gonna, you have a little bit of meat on your thighs. Cool. And for the best way for you to put on the thighs is like squats. That's the workout that I want to say. And for the chest, it's like a push-up. So you do a lot of this push-up and squat, like keep doing it a lot. When you put on a little bit of muscle on your chest, you automatically build the confidence. And just the way it is, having strong legs, having big legs is like huge. It goes a long way. All right. So that's with the ones. And as a general rule, this is not only for people who are thin, like basically people who are thin or medium or fat or whatever. Do not wear clothes, loose clothes. Always look for the fit. Like, it has to fit perfectly. All right. And for you to put on, this is for thin people. If you want to put on weight, want you to gain a lot of strength, like really gain a lot of strength by doing the strength training, and then eat a lot of clean carbohydrates. Okay, that is some powerful information that I'm giving you. So eat this, and then you need to gain a lot of strength. So basically, when you eat a lot of carbs, you're going to get a lot of strength, and don't just let those food go for the fat. Okay, if you just eat and if you don't work out, obviously you're going to turn into fat. So you don't want that. All right, so just eat a lot of clean carbohydrates. All of this is there in the nutrition manual. So yeah, and then do a lot of strength training. Like I said, if you just want to start, if you're just starting off, I would say push-ups, a lot of push-ups, a lot of pull-ups, a lot of squats. I would say I would aim like at least 100 each per day, every day, and do a lot of stretching, and that should beef you up a little bit. And from there, you can take it forward. Okay, that is with people who are thin. And now let's go to the mesomorph. So for those who are on the mesomorph, who are on the medium side, so you guys are like genetically blessed. Okay, you're like genetically blessed, and you don't want to struggle anything hard with your body. All you got to do is just find the perfect fit. And I really don't have anything to talk for you at the moment, but yeah, just to shape up, work on your chest and legs and shoulders. This is going to just give you an overall aesthetics. So don't wear clothes which are like too loose or too tight. Too tight is okay if you got a good, again, not too tight. It shouldn't be like the chest is like separated from your abs, and it should never be like that. I did that mistake. So I got in like crazy shape, and then I started having these separated muscle separations on the clothes. That was like getting a lot of eyeballs. That's not good. Sometimes it make you uncomfortable. Okay. Stitch or buy the shirt that is somewhat tight on the shoulders. So if you see the shoulder, there is a line that separates from the shoulder to the arms. Okay, there's a line in any shirt. I'm talking about the shirt, and that line, people, what I have seen is like that line is actually starting from the arms. You don't want that. So if you touch your shoulder, the edge of the shoulder, there is a bone. There is a bone, as in like there's a corner of the bone. There is a bone exactly on the corner, and from there your arm actually starts. Your arm starts. Above the bone, there's a bone. I mean, above the shoulder, there is a bone. On top of the shoulder, there is a bone, right? So it has to be exactly on that particular bone. Where the bone ends, That's where, if you can see over here, there's a small separation, just the way it is right here. If you just touch on your shoulders, you will find it. And wherever the shoulder ends, and that's where you must have the stitch. That's a separation for your arm and for your shoulder. If the stitch is like below the arms, you feel like your shoulder is like too slouched, you don't have a good shoulder. It looks like. And if you don't have a good shoulder, obviously the confidence is like not that great. And that's why if you see the if you see the blazers will always have that one inch extra, like right, like over here, they pad the shoulders on every blazer. Why? Just to look more confident. All right. And of course, if you have the belly, just lose it to appear more lean. Not to appear more lean, I mean lose the belly fat to be more lean, and that'll give you an overall aesthetics, and any clothes that you wear will perfectly fit. Cool. And that's with the mesomorph. And then now we are going into the heavier side. Okay, so this one I really have a little bit to talk about. So for you, you don't want to be wearing the striped clothes which are like horizontal. Some of the t-shirts that comes horizontal, and you just want to stay away from that. If you have any of the horizontal, just stay away from that. Okay, you don't want to wear that. Even the normal shirts, not the t-shirt, or the normal shirt, the casual shirt, t-shirts, whatever, anything that's with the horizontal stripes, just want to stay away from that. Plain, again, try to stay away from that. Most, you should be like, okay, so unless you get into a proper shape, your clothes should be somewhere like 60% striped and 40% plain. And that stripe should be like vertical from top to bottom, like that. It's so that it makes you appear more leaner. Okay, that's the first one. The second one is always try to always try to, when it comes to the casual wear, always try to be on the striper side. Again, look, I would suggest you, like really highly suggest you to wear a stripe for the casuals. But I know, I do understand. First is first, you need to get your body in shape. Okay. No matter what we do on the outside, it's all only on the outside. It's just going to make you look better, like just the appearance. But there's something called as a core confidence, and you need to get that from the inside. Like I want you to be like, if you just stand in front of the mirror, like with nothing, just butt naked, without any possessions, without anything, like all your wealth and money and people and cars and whatever it is, like with nothing, if you're just going to be there naked, like, and if you're in a very good shape, that will give you some level of confidence. And on top of that, if you put all the possessions that you have, all the positions that you have, and all the possessions all everything else, and that's going to give you like an extra layer of confidence. All right. So that's the first thing that I would suggest you to say: get onto a diet, get onto the workout, get lean, and then whatever it is, it's going to work out. Okay. So yes, always aim for the stripe even in the casual ways, like I said. But the only thing is, like, if you're going to work on your body, if you're planning to get lean, which I would suggest you to, then don't buy too many shirts, especially the casual ways, like because after 6 months or 1 year, you're not going to be using that. Okay. So that's what it is. Avoid trousers with the pleats. There's something called as pleats. Pleats is like you have certain stitches over here that comes like a line. You don't want that. I mean, these days, usually the new age pants, I'm talking about the pants, not the jeans. Okay. New age pants, it doesn't come with the pleats. So if you're stitching one, try not to go for that, because that's gonna, like, I don't know, it's gonna be separated, or when you wear it, when it's on the thighs. Okay. So you don't want that. And most importantly, when you're buying the belt, make sure you buy a longer belt, because when you're wearing it, and if you're on the heavier, like really heavier side, you don't want to belt your pants on the last hole. That's really gonna, it doesn't give you a good appearance. All right. So you don't want that. Avoid loose trousers, especially around the waist and the buttock area. So what happens is, just to cover up, what people do is they wear more looser clothes, just to appear more thinner or slimmer, but it works the other way. Okay. You don't want to be wearing it too tight, but definitely not loose. You don't want that. Okay. So you might want to, tailor in and make that adjustment if you already have like really loose clothes, especially on your pants and your shirts. All right. And the next one is like try to wear tie most of the time. Why? Because simply because like there are two reasons for that. One is when you wear a tie, it falls like right up to your belly button, or probably even a little further down, right? So if you're on the heavier side, what happens is like these sides and especially the oblique area, not the oblique area, the above abdomen area, these areas contain a lot of fat. And this kind of gives a separation between these buttons. So you have button, 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 button. So from a button to another button, there is a gap. And this gap actually widens, and that's pretty awkward. And you don't want that. Okay. So that's why I'm saying that always try to slim down first, and then you have the tie that's covering up the whole thing, though. So you're pretty good. Okay. Again, avoid loose clothes. I think I have told this like a million times. This is like a million first. So always avoid loose clothes. You don't want that. And if you're wearing the casual shirt, um, aim for the V. But more importantly, you need to try to wear something inside so that it actually, it covers your mame. That's the nipple. So yeah, V, or you can you can go for the collared ones. I'm talking about the casual t-shirts. Okay. So if you wear a V-neck, it makes your neck look more up here. I mean, a neck appear more like longer, and then you can wear the collar t-shirt, which is gonna, again, make sure the stripes are like horizontal. I mean, the vertical, not the horizontal. Okay. As a general rule, again, I'm telling you, please lose the fat. Cool. Thank you for learning, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.